Good morning, Nancy Burt-Preece here. It is the Wednesday before Thanksgiving 2024, so I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm just going on to show, I'm going to do a couple of videos based on the Metallic Enamel Effects and what's the other ones called? Let me grab them. Just the Pearlized Enamel Effects. And I just want to show a couple of things that you can do with these. So here's all my contact information. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I'd love to be yours. Please join my Facebook business page as well as my YouTube channel. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to make this card, which is really quite easy, but it has a wow effect because I use this, I use the gold Metallic Enamel Effects. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways to use it. Today we're going to use it on the background here. So what I have here is a card base, which is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have another piece. This is Pretty Peacock. Here's another piece, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to show you the other things I have. I have some of the sentimental Christmas paper. I love just those candles, and I don't mind having the other things around it. I use the 2 3/8 inch punch to punch that out. I have a piece of gold foil, and I use the Spotlight on Nature dies. Now, I got to show you these dies, because if you don't already own them, and where did I put them? Well, let me show you my catalog. If you don't own the Spotlight on Nature dies, you really need to get them. They are phenomenal because I just keep pulling them out for all sorts of things. Now I got to find them, right? Okay, it's the day before Thanksgiving, you know. They are just so user-friendly. I just love them. And I use them all the time. Here they are on page 69. And it has 12 dies. So you've got this style, and this style. These circles are just phenomenal to use. And when you add some foil, it really pops. So this will just layer on there. That's easy. I have some gold and silver. I'm using the gold. I made a bow, which I'll put there. And I seem to use a lot today. Sometimes I don't, but this is a die cut. You could just use a strip. This is a die cut from the Iconic Images dies. And the last thing I'm using is the Peaceful Season. I really like Joy and Love to You. There's a lot of them that I like a lot. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss. And how do you emboss this 4 by 5 1/4? Well, you put it in your embossing, and I always try to remember to have the Stampin' Up! Image. You use your plate number 1, and then you use your embossing plate. Mine are starting to look pretty used, as you can tell, because they are pretty used. And you run it through. And this is one of my favorite embossing folders. It is in the annual catalog. It is the tin, distressed tin type. It is so pretty. I love it. I love it. Okay. Now we're going to take, you have these old Big Shot, and this one isn't as bad as it could. I could really use it. But you have these old Big Shot plates, and some of them I throw out, but some of them I keep because, what are you going to use it for? Well, projects like this. You're going to put a little bit of the gold enamel just in the corner. And then I'm going to take my sponge dauber that was sitting right here, and I don't even have that much on my desk. Well, I found another one. And I'm going to just do a little bit of light sponging there. And I found the first time I kind of globbed it, I'm going to kind of spread it across. I think I like that better. That look of just kind of running it across the paper as opposed to big globs. It's not hard, and it dries. If you have thin layers, it dries pretty quickly. It adds such a nice look. The other thing, I saw Patty Bennett do this first, and she suggested that you do it with dark colors, because it really pops on dark colors. I think if you had a lighter color, it might not pop as much. And you really put on as much as you want. You can just do it in spots. You can, you know, just kind of make it all mush together. There is no right or wrong. I'm going to put that to the side. Isn't that a really pretty effect? And then the next part is super, super, super easy. I'm just going to get a little bit of my green glue to really, because I used Seal the first time, and I found that the edges didn't want to sit down as much because they have that extra on there with the metallic effect. So if I put it on this way, I think it'll lay flatter. So I would use a glue. This is so easy because it looks so pretty, and yet, and of course I'm getting, my seal is all over. It is a lovely effect. That gold really makes that whole scene pop. Could I use green glue there? Yep, I can use anything I want. Putting that there. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this towards the bottom. Could you put it anywhere you wanted? Absolutely. I'm just putting it there. And I am going to use a glue dot to secure my little ribbon here. I'm just going to put it down there. And isn't that a gorgeous card? And it's just that little added metallic on there adds so much to the card. It's not hard to make, and it's a really pretty card when you get that in the mail. So I hope you try this, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Take care.